Hello everybody. Now I am going to be talking about how to do like Palmtree Panic in its entirety. So I'll be talking about Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. I'll be going over the beginner and general routes for each level, and then like just at the end of each level being explained, I'll go over the advanced strats. So yeah, let me start with Palmtree 1. So the first thing you want to do here is that you want to like charge a peel out here like just as fast as possible. The way I go about doing that is I just mash the jump buttons to do so. If you listen, but there's like another way you can go about doing that. Like if you know like the audio cue to like start charging like your peel out, or you just do like a piano roll like that to do it, then you could do that as well, but I wouldn't really recommend it for a lot of the levels in the game. So that's just like a quick note I wanted to make about that. So I'm gonna go back here. So yeah, charge a peel out as fast as possible. Then when you get out to this up slope right here, there's 3 different ways you can go about going up this slope. So the first one is the easiest. You just hold right the entire time, and then when you get close to like getting off the slope, then you just switch from holding right to left, and then you just do the movement here to like move a bit left on the slope, and then you just like jump into the speed shoes box right here. And then now for the second way is you try and do like a boosted like slope jump at the beginning of the slope, so it'll look like this, and then you just kind of let it go at the same cue, and then it actually gives you like a bit of speed when you're going up the slope, and then when you're switching from right to left, you'll actually be placed like a bit further to the left on the slope of the speed shoe, so that helps out a bit with saving a bit of time. The third way, I'll cover that like as like the last thing in this explanation for Palmtree 1, so I'm going to just go forth and explain the rest of the level now. So yeah, like I said, you want to like jump on the speed shoes box, and then you just don't like hold any jump buttons as you're falling from your jump. You just jump into it, and then once you do, you just go to the right like this. So now it's like around near the end of that slope right there, you just want to do like a full jump. So like, yeah, like right here, do one right there, and then you'll go over like the small pit to the left. So, like, I wouldn't really call it a pit, but it's like a slightly lower part of the level, and then you land like right here. And then now you just want to be holding right, but there's like a certain cue that you want to pay attention to now, which is like just about like right here. So when the center of Sonic is aligned with like this black line on the wall that you can see, like there's a light and a dark patch on the wall. When you're lined up with that, then you can do like a full jump like that, and then do that part as shown. So yeah, like I don't try and pause for this. You just have to like kind of get a feeling for it, but it's the cue I said, that's what you want to use here. You can also like just hold like the jump buttons too after you do your full jump off the cue. It's just kind of safer. Like it doesn't really matter if you don't hold like the jump buttons or not for that part. I just like holding it just because it makes me feel like I'll like less likely fail that part and not make like a height and distance to like touch it. So yeah, now I'm going to I'm going to get launched up from this red spring, and right before you land on it, you want to switch to like holding left for a bit like that, and then you just once you get around close to the end of like, or the top of this I guess big platform here, when you get close to the getting close to like reaching the top, that's where you want to switch to holding right, so like that. And then you see like these 3 floating platforms right here. Assuming that you didn't bop the wall like that, you want to like go across at the first platform here, and then you want to like full jump in the middle of that middle platform, so like this. And then if you do it right, you'll just land like right here. And then the backup for this, if you accidentally like bump the wall right here as you're going up like that, is you just want to do a small jump on, or once you get on the first floating platform, and then you'll end up landing on the third one, and then when you land on that third one, you want to do a small jump again. Well, sometimes it works, but it's kind of like a bit iffy. I believe my doc explains it better, so I'm not exactly remembering everything word from word. But yeah, just take a look at the doc to actually know what to do there, because it's I don't ever like bop the wall in accident, because it's just like it's very hard to like intentionally not bop the wall. So yeah. Alright, so assuming that you go through this area just right, like you can also bop like the wall a bit there, just like I did, and then you can still do the fall jump on the middle of the second platform, and you'll still be okay and land here. So now the next part is for this part right here, when you get over here, you might see like this kind of big upslope that starts from where the checkpoint is, so like right here. You want to like fall jump when you're like aligned with like the center of the slope, because you're going to be if you do the jump right, you're gonna bop in a butterfly right here, and what you're going to be wanting to do from here is you want to be like lined up in a certain like window, or there's like 2 different windows that you want to pay attention to for yourself to try and pause on. So let me go back to that. So you jump in the middle of the slope, you want to be holding the jump button the entire time, and then you still don't let go of the jump button, as you see. And then once you're like lined up like right here, you might see like these 2 smaller clouds like just to the right of Sonic and like the score time and rings part of the screen. When Sonic is like kind of exactly directly like vertically aligned with like the bottom cloud, then that's like where you that's how you know that you're on the first window, which is you bop on the second butterfly, but before you land on it, you want to like or what do you call it? So when you're on this paused frame that I am on right now, this is where you want to switch from like holding the jump button to releasing it, so like that. And then as you're like falling down right here, that's where you want to hold the jump button, and this is like so you prepare yourself to bop in the second butterfly. So if I did like this part right, then that'll happen. Okay, I did not. Okay, let me go back to this. So I jump in the middle of the slope, line up like right here. I'm a frame early, so I'll try and unpause and hold the jump button for a frame later, then I'll release. There we go. And then when you bop that second butterfly, you can either just fully hold the jump button all the way, like not that, but yeah, you can either just hold it the whole way, and then you just quickly jump afterwards, so you don't like bop or touch that monitor that's like kind of close to you, or you just hold the jump button for a decent bit, and then you can let go, and then you'll land on this platform right here. Then you could just, once you're on the downslope, right here, then you could just like jump off like that. It saves a bit more time doing that, I think, by just a few frames. Now there's like a second window right here, which is one Sonic is like more so aligned with like the second cloud, or there's like an extra cloud a bit above right there. So Sonic's in between the second and third one. The second window here is, instead of bopping on a second butterfly, you land on this like invisible platform there, which I didn't do because I didn't do it right. But yeah, when you're like right here, you'll like around like right here, you'll land on an invisible platform, and as soon as you land, you want to do a full jump off of it, which okay, yeah, this is the frame I've been trying to pause on, but okay, let me unpause and I'll show you. Like around like right here, you see that you'll land on that like invisible platform, but you might notice how you're just on it for like a very short amount of time before you fall off and you can't jump. That's like, that window is just like one that I don't like at all because of how tight that is. It's like you have to anticipate when you land on the platform, and it's hard to do that, especially when you can't see it. So you just have to have like a timing for it. So like, I guess my timing is like once Sonic is kind of aligned like around right here with like this longish cloud that he's like touching a bit in the middle, then yeah, I do that. And then too, you want to be jumping at the very end of that invisible platform, so you barely land on this like part of the level. It's actually like pretty bad, so I would advise you to like try and like pause on this window as best as possible. It's just a lot easier. And yeah, there you go. Well, let me not forget what I'm doing here. Alright. So, doing the beginner general route like I did there, you'll get like a high, like a mid-high 22 or a low 23, just depending on how you do everything. And then now I'll talk about the advanced way of doing this upslope right here. So basically what you want to do here is that you want to like jump on a frame perfect window, I believe, like off the beginning of the slope, and if you do it right, you'll jump off of it at a like at a specific angle going upwards, and then let me show what that looks like. So like that's the frame. So you'll notice how Sonic just has like an interesting angle like that. And what you want to do is that you want to like let go like as soon as like Sonic is like considered like not like a part of like the slope section anymore, and you have full control again. So let me see if I can try and go get it. It takes a few tries because this strat is like pretty tight. So yeah, you want to like let go of the jump button at a very specific point as well. It's really tight, and you do that, and there you go. So backtracking a bit, you want to be holding right the whole time still, and then once you actually pause, or once you get like that jump off, the correct jump with the proper angle, then that's where you release right, but you're still holding the jump button. So yeah, kind of like that. I'm not pressing any directions, and then once you get to a specific point here, then that's where you want to let go of the jump button. Unfortunately, I don't really have like a setup for this where you pause a bunch. It's just like a really awkward kind of strat to do, so that's still like too high. I'm trying to release like as soon as like I am like not considered like being on the slope anymore, then I let go of jump. So like that. So if you like get off the slope like that, then that's how you kind of know that you did it right. And then what you want to do is that you want to hold left for a bit, and then before like you actually like have like 0 speed and you start holding to the, or start going to the left, you want to like roll. And then as soon as you get that roll out, you want to immediately hold left again. So like this. You want to do that better though. Yeah, so once you kind of see like Sonic kind of moving to the left a bit there, then that's where you can just like start holding right, and then be sure that you're holding the jump button so you get a good bop off of that monitor. Yeah, as you can see, this is like pretty tight because it's like you're trying to keep in mind that you don't want to wait too long so that Sonic is like not on this edge anymore and he's falling. So yeah, like the, now assuming if I can get this level right, I'll have like a high 21 or a low 22. Okay, that should work. All right. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so I would say that like beginning, that really specific slope jump, don't even like bother doing that until you get really comfortable and you're just looking for small time saves to consider. And then now we'll be talking about Palmtree 2. So you just start this level the same as Act 1. You just charge a P-Low, and then you try to get like a full charge one, and then he releases like as fast as possible, and then just keep holding right, and then once you get like close to the end of this slope, or I mean this platform, then you want to let go of right because you don't want to activate the speed cap, and then you'll see yourself like heading towards this rock that has like a red spring on it. What you want to do here now is that you want to try and get like a jump off of this rock like as soon as possible. The height of your jump that you want to have is a mid jump, so if you feel like pausing here helps you, that's okay, but personally I don't do it because I will say that in 11 this jump actually feels like a lot harder to get, and 93 it's not bad at all. So like the okay, let me show the beginning again. And then once like you bop this on this monitor, or once you get like your mid jump out and then you start like falling down, that's where you want to start holding like the jump button so you get like a bop like the, so okay, let's see here. Yeah, this part is like a kind of a bit hard to explain as I'm doing this, but essentially, you want to be still holding the jump button when you bop it, and then a bit afterwards you want to start holding right, and you just let go of the jump button, or you want to wait for a bit before you release the jump button, but you still want to be holding right, and then there you go. Okay, so if you do like that part right, then you'll land on like either that first platform or the second one. I think I might actually land the second one instead. So if you did like the beginning right, which is like pretty hard like I said before, then yeah, you'll be right here. And then now you're just still holding right, and now there's like 2 different paths you can take. There's like an upper path here where you just like go up here and full jump onto here, but that's like an advanced strat, and I don't really recommend anyone to go for it unless like you just find that you if you go about doing the midsection of the level this way, you do it better, then yeah, by all means do it this way. Otherwise, you just want to kind of like stay on this platform, and then when you get close to the end of it, like I kind of just wait until Sonic is around right here. I do like a small jump. Well, let me actually do that right. And then don't worry about like bopping the top of these bugs. Like I actually don't think you bop on them, you just go through them instead. And then now the next thing you want to worry about is you want to you're looking for this section right here, and what you want to do here is that there's this slope right here, this slight upslope. You want to like full jump like right on the middle of it, or try to jump on the middle as closely as possible. And then there's like two different ways you can go about doing this. I'm going to explain the first way, which is like kind of the old one. So you just kind of full jump, you just go your whole way here, and then you see that there's this like slope right here. There's like two different jump timings for it. One is like you can like do a full jump right here, or you do a small jump when you're aligned with the middle. Let's see here. Or rather, yeah, it's like, I think the window is that you can jump from anywhere like close to a bit after the beginning or the middle part like that. And then you just do the rest of the level that way. And then the second way is that you can actually try and do something here where you don't have to like jump on that like bad slope, and instead you just kind of do like a series of jumps to like bypass it completely. So I won't exactly explain the frames here. You can look at the document for that, but I'm within the window of where I should be. And then when you do like this full jump off the slope here, you want to be sure you're holding the jump button the whole way, and then once you're on that window, then that's where you release the jump button. And then now if you do it right, you'll land like close to like the beginning of this like long slope right here. And then as soon as you land on it, you want to piano roll like a series of mid jumps so you can get like a mid jump out as soon as possible. Let me do that right there. So like that. And then you do like once you land on that platform there, then that's where you want to piano roll like a small jump. And then you can wait for a bit here. And then around where Sonic is right here, where he's like close to the end of this flat incline, or he could also do a full jump at the beginning of this downslope he's about to go on. You do a full jump. So let me go back because I kind of save stated in the bad spot. So I'm on the window there. Mid jump, small jump, full jump. And then now for the let's see here. Okay, mid, small, high. I kind of did that wrong, and then okay, so now if you did like all of that right, like doing like either of the two ways, you'll be up here just fine. And then what you want to do here is just want to keep holding right, and then when you get close to the end of this like loop ceiling, you want to like tap down for a very small bit, so you start rolling, then you start holding right again. And then as you're falling down right here, you want to be holding the jump button because you'll bounce on this enemy right here, and this will like take you to this slope right here. So this slope right here I would consider is like the hardest like part of this level. Like it's the most like dumb jump to do because it's just such like an awkward feeling and like kind of timing that you have to do in order to like get the adequate jump off of it. So you want to like try and jump when you're aligned with the middle or close to like the top of this like long, like, upslope, so I did it wrong there, and that's because I jumped too early. So, okay, let me go back to where I was. Well, I am not doing this too well. Okay, so... Alright, so yeah, do your adequate jump right here. And then now there's, if you did that jump right, then you'll kind of jump at like the height and the sort of angling I have here. And then now, this is like the last part of the level, so there's 3 different windows you can use here. It's like you're either, the first one is like when you're on within like the first 3 frames of being on this green platform right here, and then the second one is on the middle of this like small upslope right here. You do a mid-high jump, and then the third way is you just once you're at the very end of this green platform, you want to do like a full jump when Sonic is lined up this way. Personally, I would recommend you to try and do like the first window where you just are on the first 3 frames of this green platform, although it's kind of a bit difficult to get. You just gotta get like a good feeling for it, and then... Okay, once you land on this platform here, then you can like tap down to roll and then full jump, and there you go. And then now the second way, like I said before, jump on the middle of this upslope, do a mid-high jump, and then you want to be holding the jump button there once you kind of start falling, so you can do out like a good bop off of the speed shoes monitor, and then that's it. And then the third way, which I said was the hard, like the one that's the most risky and dumb, you just do this. And then sometimes like for some reason, most of the time you'll actually land like just a bit to the left of that rock, and then you'll have to try and get like a jump out like as soon as possible so you don't bop it. But thankfully here I got lucky, and then I could just land on top of this rock and finish the level that way. Alright, so now the advanced part. There's only one strat that follows the advanced here, so like I said before, you want to jump, like do a full jump to get on top of this the top route here, and then you want to walk across like these 2 platforms. But then once you're about to go on the third one right here, like as soon as I land on it, you'll see that the beginning of this third platform is a crumbled floor, so it'll start breaking down. But then like if you pause as soon as you land on the crumbled floor vanishes, but then you'll see like the rest of the platform, and this is actually where the ground is stable, and you can get like a jump off of like this part of the solid platform like as soon as possible. You want this jump to be a mid-low jump, because if you do a low jump, chances are you could like accidentally like bop this future post right here, like you'll touch it like that. And then if you try to do a mid jump, you could end up you won't exactly be in a bad spot, but it's just like okay, once I can get out. So there's like one specific frame that you want to try and pause on, and then as you see, I'm like pretty far on the right here, and that barely gives me time to try and pause like on this like certain frame that I will show in a bit. Also too, I had this frame pictured on the document, so that'll just be a good reference that you can use. So yeah, don't do a low or a mid jump. You want to do a mid-low jump once you're like kind of like right here. Okay, so now once you land on this like ground right here, you're going to be looking out for a frame perfect window. So like, okay, that's it right there. Once you're like lined up in this frame, you want to get a full jump out as soon as possible. If I'm even on the right frame though, actually. Okay, I think I might have paused like a frame too late. Let me try that again. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so I didn't pause in the exact frame, but I did do a full jump on that frame perfect like position, and then if you do everything right, you'll like jump through both the slope and then like the platform that has like the yellow spring on it, and you'll land like directly here. So alright, that's basically the end of Palmtree 2. And as you see, when you do the advanced strat there, you can like barely get like a high 16.
Yes.
Alright, so now for this level, get a peel out as soon as you can. Make sure it's fully charged, and then release. Be sure you're holding right. And then there's like a certain like kind of timing I pay attention to for where I do a full jump. It's like where Sonic is like kind of like right there. This is where you can do the full jump, which I don't pause for this at all. So this might be a better spot if you're pausing, or just try and when you're passing by this part, just anticipate when Sonic is like right here, then do a full jump. So yeah, now the next thing you want to do is you just want to be holding right as soon as you bop this yellow spring. Go to the right a bit, because now you're going to be doing like, I think, a mid-high jump to get up here. And then once you start holding, or start going to the left here a bit, you want to like hold down the roll, and then now you want to go back to holding down just to be safe. And then once you've landed on this platform, and then that's where you can like switch back to like holding right. Alright, so I want to explain this next part like kind of with a bit of emphasis, because this is like rather important in a later level, Stardust 3, when you're doing the beginning part before the boss. So there's like a certain window that you want to like tap down for a very small bit, then you switch to holding right, because if you do this like input sequence on the proper window, which that's in the document as well, then you'll get like the most speed possible for when you like start rolling down like that. So the usual reference point here is like this top left part of the loop. Like you don't want to roll like right here, but you want to start rolling just a bit before you're on the top left point, like the very like most like top left part. So, like doing it like right here is good. And then now, yeah, just hold right once you get to that point, and then you can start with the boss right here. So now, you might see all this patch of dead grass right here. It looks like there's 2 stars on the ground here that are in an orange color. You want to be standing like kind of like where Sonic is like aligned with like the right edge of the second star. This will be the ideal position for when Robotnik hits you here. Alright, then as soon as you get hit, you want to be like holding left so you can like head to the left like kind of as soon as possible, and then kind of like once like you're about like right here or whatever, you can start mashing the jump buttons, but you want to do this like part a bit safe. Like, don't try and rush it, just take your time. So like when Robotnik's kind of like in the middle of doing his slight like upwards motion right there, that's where you can just do your 3 jump inputs. So like, okay, so like that, just piano roll like the 3 jumps necessary to take out Robotnik. Then as you can see right here, he's defeated. And now there's like 2 ways now that you can go about doing this ending bit. The first way is just like you just try and normally like get into the chute that leads to like the ending capsule as fast as possible. And then there's a second way that I would consider like a good amount like more complex, and I'll be explaining that in a bit, but I'll just show you just how I would do like this level if I wasn't doing the advanced way. So I'll just like go all the way over here. Be sure that you're just going about doing this part like I am. And then a bit after, when like Robotnik goes off screen, they could just hold right here and then just kind of jump into the ending like that. Alright, so now if you're not planning on doing this advanced strat, then yeah, congrats, you've learned how to do Palmtree in its entirety. But now I'll be like explaining the last bit of Palmtree, which is now is like the advanced strat for this. So I coin this strat or trick the quick descent, because you're basically, what you're doing for this is that you're waiting for the like first available frame for the screen to unlock, and then Sonic won't get like suddenly stopped by the screen because it hasn't like unlocked all the way, and you can enter the chute like as soon as possible, like on the first frame, and that like lets you save about like a second plus. So it's not exactly the most like necessary like advanced strat to go for, but if you're wanting to just be rather cheeky and save like that second plus, then yeah, feel free to do it this way. Alright, so once you defeat Robotnik, you'll be on the right side here, and now you want to have like some good left momentum because you're wanting to head to the left of the screen and be facing right. So I kind of just do like a mid jump here, and then like close to like when you're getting close to landing back from this jump, you want to tap right for a bit like that, and then Sonic will be facing right. And going about going to the left border of the level and facing right this way is the best, because this is like have it like being sure that your pixel position and your subpixels are like consistent. So now I won't fully explain the strat, like the windows for it, especially for the first one that you're wanting to pause on. That's where you want to look at the document, because it's just too much to explain. I don't have all the save states like prepared for that. So let's see if I can try and like pause on the necessary frame. Okay, that's a frame too late. Frame too early, I think. Okay, do I have a save state for that? Oh, okay, so alright, so that's like the frame perfect like position that you want to land on, or you want to pause on. I refer to this frame as frame 0 because this serves as like the main reference frame that you use in like conjunction with like the other frames, like just in case if you pause a frame or two too early or a frame or two too late. So notice how my IGT is 15.98. you're going to be wanting to pause in a window that happens about 0.34 to 0.4 seconds later. So if it's 15.98, then you're looking for the IGT to be 16.32 to 16.38. And depending on where you pause within like that 0.06 second window, you're going to be like wanting to go about like the release, and then you'll be holding right at a certain point at a specific point on the screen. So the way I go about doing this is that I just pause a bunch of times like this. So okay, that's a frame too early, and then that's a frame too late, so let me try again. Okay, so this is about 0.35 seconds later. So what you want to pay attention to here is like this, like these grass stars right here. Once Sonic has like completely covered the, or he's gone past at the black pole that's to the left and he's touching any part of this, then you like you want to go from like going neutral, like holding no directions at all, to just holding right the whole way, like the. So when you pause on that 0.06 second frame, then that's like where you want to release your peel out and then hold right at a certain point. So okay, that's a frame too late, but thankfully I have save states for this. So once again, the IGT, the reference IGT is 17.98, so this is 0.35. Pause in this frame, or just within like this window, and these windows are covered in the dock, and they just hold right the whole time. And once you're on the shoot, you can release right and then go neutral, and as soon as you come out of that shoot, that's where you want to piano roll like a full jump here. And then this is 0.38. Yeah, 0.38. So if you pause on this window, then you want to like unpause and pause like as soon as you can, and then you hold it. Alright, and yeah, there you go. Yeah, once again, read the document and be sure to read this in detail, because I have like a frame slash IGT table you can look at, and then I also have like videos that show like the last frame of each window, and like just depending on where you pause once again within that 0.34 to 0.4 second window. And yeah, that's it. All right, 0.37. There you go, just do all that, and there you go. All right, so you have now reached like the end of the video. I've covered everything that's been explained in the doc, and hopefully this video has been really helpful. Now, just based off of like what like Joey Baby 69 and Shore are doing, they're also helping me with this video series. Like I stated in the introduction video, Shore will be covering this zone now. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a fun time learning Palmtree.